Hi everybody! Before we get started today, will you please hit subscribe and like this video? And after you're done, leave me a comment and let me know what worked or maybe what didn't. Hi everyone, I'm Ms. Knutson and I'm back with another art lesson. Today we are going to continue our journey with the artist Faith Ringgold. Faith Ringgold authored a book called Tar Beach, and it was filled with her artwork. And we came together and we created our own version of Tar Beach with Cassie flying over the George Washington Bridge. Today we're going to continue our journey with Faith Ringgold and her wonderful artwork that talks about her life experience in her piece Groovin High. Faith Ringgold was an African-American artist who was born in New York City. She was an art advocate, she was an art educator, an author. The piece Groovin High is a large painting done on a quilt that she shows what it was like to grow up during the Harlem Renaissance. In her piece Groovin High, we see all kinds of people from the neighborhood coming together to dance and have a great time. And during the Harlem Renaissance, there was some amazing music coming out. Duke Ellington, Billie Holiday, Louis Armstrong, just to name a few. If you haven't heard of those guys, play it while you listen to my lesson. And while you listen to this music, you can tell how exciting it is and why people wanted to dance to it. So today we're gonna make our own version of Faith Ringgold's Groovin High, which is full of faces and figures on a dance floor. This lesson is made for students that maybe are a little bit older than the Tar Beach lesson. So if you found Tar Beach to be good for maybe like your 1st through 3rd grade, maybe up to 5th grade, this could be something that could be more 3rd, even 8th, 9th grade. Let me show you the finished product of what we're gonna make today. Here it is. So just like last time when we were together, we've got the quilted border. But this time we have got a dance floor full of characters, okay? And I also have the added bonus of some of these characters have legs and arms that move. And we can talk about how to do that. That is definitely a leveling up for this project. So we're gonna create our own dance floor full of characters, and we're also gonna create the quilted border like we did last time. Okay, let's talk about the supplies we're gonna need to make our own Faith Ringgold's Groovin High dance floor. A lot of these supplies are similar to what we used for our Tar Beach lesson. So some of this may be old hat and you will already have it in your cabinet ready to go. The supplies you will need for this lesson are a piece of white mixed media paper. What I like about watercolor paper is that it's stronger, but you could use poster board, you could use cardstock, you could use regular drawing paper, but you will be gluing things to it, so it needs to have some sort of weight. You will also need poster board, like we used last time, to make your frame. You will make a frame that will fit around your mixed media paper. So measure about 2 inches of poster board scrap, and then you're going to make a frame that will fit right around the edges of your mixed media paper. You will need construction paper of various colors. I recommend that you have some black. When we make our dance floor, having black construction paper is a very convenient option for making that black and white checkerboard. You will need fabric scraps. Fabric scraps. With older students, you may want to take it up a notch and think more strategically about what kind of quilt border you will use. So one thing that I did differently this time is I cut my squares to be a more precise dimension. You will need your white glue again to glue all of your figures and your fabric scraps to your frame and to your composition. Good old white liquid glue, it's the best. You will need scissors and a ruler. Then you'll also need a black marker. You will use that black marker to emphasize the lines on your dance floor, and then you can decide what you want to use to fill in the squares for your dance floor. You will need some colored pencils to color all of the colorful dresses and hats and suits and skin tones in this lesson. I have provided supplementary materials for our Groovin High Dance Hall collage. These will be very important for some of your classes. If you have a more mature student, they can do their own caricatures. They can observe Groovin High and do it themselves. If you want to have these supplementary materials to help your students, I have provided them for you. Heads. We have dresses and some accessory background characters. Suits and pants. We have, oh, it's getting exciting. Arms and legs. And I think I even have another arms and legs, so you can print it out twice. Because I made it myself and I realized I kind of wanted to change up the arms and legs as I was working. I want to give you the freedom to also do that. When you have that template, you can decide who you want to put on your dance floor. Now, I included everyone on my dance floor, but those templates will help you accomplish the crowd, the dancing crowd, all different types of people. And you can mix and match the suits and the dresses and the arms and the legs. You can choose what you want to choose. The characters in my lesson that have the moving arms and legs, we accomplished that by having very small brads and an X-Acto knife. This is an X-Acto knife. Brads. You can find these at a craft store, usually in like the scrapbooking section. And you can find larger brads at the office supply store. These teeny tiny guys, these brads, will help connect your head, arms, legs to the torso of your dancer. In this finished piece, I use the same tape that I taped the frame to the finished composition to tape these guys onto the dance floor. So I'm gonna take it off because it's just taped down so that you can see how they work. Here are my guys. Oh, there we go. They're the partners here. I love this. Her leg kicks up and down. It's very fun. Her head can bob back and forth. And you can position the arms on your composition, so they're doing all sorts of fun kicks. Woo! In order to do this, you will need to print out the figures on cardstock. You do not need to print them out on cardstock for the entire composition, but the ones that if you want to make these movable arms and legs, you will need to use cardstock. It works the best. The brad will go through the arm and also the dress, okay? And the easiest way to do that is to put them together and poke a hole using a sharp object. You do not need to do this part to finish the composition. This is something that if you want to make this a different variety for your group, this may be really fun. I love the guy's yellow pants, and he can shimmy. I actually chose to only make 2 characters like this. It was a lot of work, to be honest. This would be probably like a good chunk of your class period, is just making 2 characters. These 2 I found kind of are the most fun to make movable. The rest of my composition is still. It doesn't move. If you're trying to hold attention of like 5th graders, 6th graders, this may be just the ticket to get somebody excited about the finished product. Who doesn't like art that moves? It's kind of fun. I would love to encourage you to take a moment to look at the Groovin High piece in your class or on your computer, and also listen to music of the Harlem Renaissance. Really get it in the room before you start making your own piece. Talk about descriptive words that may really encourage your young artists to make this piece their own. Take your piece of poster board and your 2-inch strips, glue them together with your white glue and a paintbrush, and let that glue dry. Next, you're going to take your fabric scraps and you're going to apply them all around your poster board frame in a pattern that pleases you. Remember, I encourage you guys, for older students, to take it up a notch. I added triangles on top of the squares to make it look more like a traditional quilt square. Next, take a ruler and a pencil and draw the line for your dance floor from left to right. Then you will draw diagonal lines and make that crisscross dance floor shape. Accent your pencil lines with your black marker, and then you're ready to decide which squares are black and which are white. I took the tip of my marker and selected which ones were black and which ones were white. I tried some black ink and a paintbrush to do my dance hall squares, but then I found that black construction paper worked a lot better. I was able to measure the spots with a pencil, cut it to the size, and glue it down with my white glue. It went a lot faster, it was a lot less messy, and I touched it up with my black marker. Next, take a bright color of construction paper, measure it to fit, and glue it on the back of your dance hall wall. If it doesn't fit perfectly around the edge, remember, you are putting a frame around your collage. Print out the template and get your colored pencils ready and color in all of the figures that you're going to include on your dance hall collage. The figures that you would like to dance need to be printed out on cardstock. You can color them and cut them out. Then use the technique that we showed you with the X-Acto knife and the small brads to connect the head, arms, and legs to the torso, and your figure is ready to move. Next, take all your finished figures and test them out on your dance floor. Some will fit better in certain places than other places. So give it a try, move them around to your liking. When you've found the place that they belong, then glue them down. Use tape to tape your cardstock movable characters to your dance floor so that you can take them off if you'd like to move them around. Use the same tape to tape the frame to the backside of your dance hall collage, and you will be done with your project. Everything's complete and it looks awesome. Guys, such a fun lesson to do with you. The Groovin High piece that Faith Ringgold created is just full of action. You can just hear the music as you look at it. And I just encourage you to listen to music as you make your own Groovin High dance hall collage. If you need that supplementary material, remember, check the description below, grab your own, and you can print that out, print out the figures on regular paper and color them, print them out on cardstock if you want them to move. But whatever you do, give this lesson a try. Have a great time. I can't wait to hear about the amazing dancing going on in your dance hall collage. Like and subscribe to this channel. I've loved being here with you guys today. I love doing art lessons that inspire, that help us learn about artists that we may have never heard of before, that have so much to share. And they're so important in history and in the development of art. Faith Ringgold shows us how important it is to show up for who you are, for your community and to share your story. So keep creating, keep making stuff, and we will be back next time with another amazing art lesson.